You thought they were human. But how do you explain the eyes that didn't flinch when you cried? The grin that appeared when you begged for clarity? The way your soul collapsed? And they just walked away? Now hear this. Greater than not everything that looks human is. That's not drama. That's not metaphor. That's reality. And it's time you faced it. Because if you've ever felt drained, confused, haunted, even after they're gone, it's because what you were dealing with wasn't just toxic, it was serpentine. And if you're still telling yourself they were just hurt, just misunderstood, or just had a rough childhood, let me ask you, why did they feed off your pain? Section 1. The Masked Predator. The narcissist doesn't walk in with claws out. They come in smiling. That's the most dangerous kind of predator. They watch. They mirror. They scan your soul for weaknesses. Then they tell you exactly what you've been dying to hear. Why? So you attach. Once you're bonded, once you see them as soulmate, savior, twin flame, whatever it is they baited you with, that's when the snake begins to coil. The love bombing fades. The gaslighting starts. You begin doubting your own mind. And right there, in the confusion, is where they feed. Section 2. Why they act like snakes. Because they are. Let's stop calling it random. Let's stop calling it bad behavior. These patterns are ancient, intentional, spiritual. Let's lay it out. Snakes are cold-blooded. Narcissists are emotionally cold. They need external heat, your emotional reactions, to regulate themselves. Snakes use venom. Narcissists use charm. It numbs you first, then paralyzes you. You don't even know you're being poisoned. Snakes shed skin. Narcissists shed their masks. Every version they presented to you? Temporary. Strategically grown. Easily discarded. Snakes don't bond. Neither do narcissists. They attach only to feed. And when you're bled dry, they slither on. No guilt, no grief, just hunger for their next source. That isn't dysfunction. That's spiritual parasitism. Section 3. Spiritual theft, not just heartbreak. You didn't just lose a relationship. You lost your sense of reality. You lost your inner compass. You started doubting your ability to feel truth. That's not heartbreak. That's spiritual trauma. Why? Because these beings don't just want your body. They want your light, your empathy, your purity, your God-given essence. They mimic love while siphoning your soul. They're not capable of creating light, so they steal it from people who shine, like you. Section 4. Research is catching up to the truth. Let's be clear. This isn't just spiritual talk. Science is catching on. Dr. Sam Vaknin, a diagnosed narcissist, says it plainly. The narcissist is not a person. He is a predator simulation wearing a human face. Clinical psychology calls it the dark triad. Narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy. These traits don't mean someone's flawed. They mean they're emotionally inhuman. New neurological studies show these people lack empathy at the brain level. Not suppressed empathy. Absent. So if it felt like you were trying to love a reptile in human skin, that's because you were. Section 5. Spirits that slither. This pattern isn't new. In sacred texts and ancient myths, the snake shows up again and again. The serpent in Eden. A manipulator. The Naga in Hinduism. Sometimes divine, often deceptive. Gnostic writings. Serpent spirits called archons feed on human ignorance and energy. They seduce. They confuse. They invert love into fear and twist divinity into doubt. They may wear flesh, but their spiritual blueprint is something else entirely. Serpent consciousness. Not metaphor, not poetry. A species of soul that mimics what it cannot feel. And the longer you deny it, the longer they thrive. So now the question is, are you going to keep calling them broken? Or are you going to name them for what they are? Because you are not here to be devoured. You are not here to explain away your abuse. You are not here to suffer silently while a serpent whispers, "You're too sensitive." You are here to remember your divinity, to reclaim your vision, to cut the cord that was never made of love, but of control. This is your wake-up call. Block them. Expose them. Protect your energy. And never question your perception again. You saw the snake. You just didn't want to believe it. But now you do. And that changes everything. Stand up. Get out. Cleanse your life. Because the snake behind the smile was never human to begin with.